Hi everybody. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to find the mean and the variance of a probability generating function. We'll work through this example and then we'll try two exam style questions. And if you want to work along with me, you can download a copy of this PDF from my website. I'll leave a link below. So we're told in the Excel formula booklet that if we've got a probability generating function in terms of x, then the expected value is the first derivative of that generating function when we let t equals 1. And the variance, we need to find the second derivative and again let t equals 1. And I'll show you how to use each of these as we progress through the video. Okay, so for this question, we've got our generating function of x in terms of t, and to find the mean, we need to find the first derivative of this function when we differentiate with respect to t. So we'll have 1 over 30. We'll differentiate with t, we'll get 1. Then we'll get 8t. We'll get 27t squared. And then we'll get 64t to the 3. So then to find the expected value of x, we need to let t equal 1. So now we'll have 1/30th. We'll have 1, 8 times 1, 27 times 1 squared, and 64 times 1. We'll add up each of these, and we'll get 100. So the mean, or the expected value of x, will be 100 over 30, or 10 over 3. Okay? So this is our expected value. And then to work out the variance, we need to work out the second derivative to find this term here. So the second derivative, in terms of t, we need to differentiate again with respect to t. So we get 1/30th. The constant 1 will go. The 8t will just become 8. The 27t squared become 54t. And then the 64t cubed will become 192t squared. And then we can let t equal 1, and we'll get 1/30th. We'll have 8 plus the 54 plus the 192. And this will give us 254 over 30. So our variance, we've got in this term 254 over 30 plus the mean 10 over 3 minus the mean squared, so minus 100 over 9. And this gives us a variance of 31 over 45. Okay? So I hope that's given you an idea on how we work out the mean and the variance. Let's try an exam style question. Okay, so now we've been given the generating function of t as t over 2 minus t. We've been asked to show that the expected value is equal to the variance. So perhaps you want to try this question yourself. You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so we need to differentiate the generating function with respect to t. And then to do this, we need to use the quotient rule. If we let u equal t and v equal to minus t, then u prime will equal 1 and v prime will be negative 1. So we'll have v 2 minus t times du minus u multiplied by dv, all divided by v squared, so 2 minus t squared. We'll tidy up our numerator, So we've got 2 minus t, and then the minus the negative 1 will become positive 1, which will just give us positive t over 2 minus t squared. And this simplifies to make 2 over 2 minus t all squared. And then to work out the mean, we'll let t equal 1. So we'll have 2 over 1 squared, and this will just be 2. Okay. So now we need to work out the second derivative to find this term for the variance. So if the first derivative is equal to this term, by bringing this division to the top, so it becomes 2 multiplied by 2 minus t to the negative 2. And then we can just use the chain rule. So the second derivative will have a 2. We'll bring this negative 2 down. Then we'll have 2 minus t. We'll take away 1 from this power. And then we'll multiply it by the derivative of this inner function, which is negative 1. So we'll have the negative 2 and the negative 1 will just make 2. So we'll have 4 over 2 minus t cubed. So we can find the derivative when t equals 1. This will be 4 over 2 minus 1 cubed. So this will just be 4. And then to work out the variance, we'll substitute in this value and mean. We'll have the 4 plus the mean minus the mean squared. 4 plus 2 is 6, minus 4 will give us a variance of 2. And you can see that this is equal to the mean, okay? Let's try one final question. Okay, so for our final question, we've got 9 over 4 minus t squared is our probability generating function, and we've been asked to work out the mean and the standard deviation. So again, if you want to try this question yourself, you can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so how did you get on with that? To work out the first derivative, I'm going to move this 4 minus t squared to the top. So we'll get 9 multiplied by 4 minus t to the negative 2. This lets us use the chain rule rather than the quotient rule to differentiate, which is much easier. So the first derivative will have 9. We'll bring this negative 2 down. Then we'll have 4 minus t. We'll take away 1 from a power, and we'll multiply it by the derivative of this inner function, which is negative 1. So now we can multiply the constants together, and we get 18 over 4 minus t to the power of 3. Then if we let t equals 1, this will be 18 over 3 cubed, so 27. And this will give us 2/3. And this is our mean, 2/3. Then we need to differentiate this again. So if I write this with 4 minus t cubed on top, then we'll have 18 multiplied by 4 minus t to the negative 3. Again, this allows me to use the chain rule rather than the quotient rule to differentiate. So the second derivative will be 18 lots of negative 3 multiplied by 4 minus t to the negative 4. Again, we'll differentiate this inner function and we'll get negative 1. So we'll multiply our constants and we'll get 54 over 4 minus t to the power of 4. So if we substitute t equals 1, we'll get 54 over 3 to the 4, which again is 2/3. So now our variance will have 2/3 plus the mean minus the mean squared. This will give us a variance of 8 over 9. So then to work out the standard deviation, we need to square root 8 over 9, and we'll get 2 root 2 over 3. Okay? Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did find it helpful, please like and subscribe. And you can download the full lesson and the PDF that accompanies this video from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link below.